What happens when we pass away? For some, this may seem like a simple question, but beliefs about the afterlife vary widely. Some believe that when we die, our soul falls into a kind of deep sleep, unaware of anything, and without knowing the passing of time, until God fulfills His promise to bring us back to life. But the Bible gives us a different picture. In the book of John, chapter 2, verses 19 through 21, Jesus says, "Destroy this temple, and I will raise it again in 3 days." When he said temple, he was talking about his body. But here's the big question. If we were to consider soul sleep, how could Jesus raise himself from the dead if the soul is asleep or unaware after death? The Apostle Paul also gives us clarity in 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 8, where he explains that to be home in the body means to be absent from the Lord. Likewise, to be present with the Lord means being absent from our earthly body, what we call physical death. From this, many understand that when someone passes, their soul goes to one of two places. But has it always been this way? What did the patriarchs and the prophets of old believe about the afterlife? According to the Old Testament, they understood that both the righteous and unrighteous went to a place called Sheol in Hebrew, or Hades in Greek, a realm beneath the earth that many times unclearly gets translated as hell. Now, Sheol isn't just the grave, as some may believe, as scripture has shown evidence that it is an actual place. In the book of Genesis chapter 37 verse 35, Jacob warns the false death he was led to believe happened to Joseph, who was sold. Jacob states that he will descend to where Joseph is. However, if Sheol was just the grave, how can Jacob descend into a grave alongside Joseph when his body was never retrieved and was believed to have been torn to pieces? So, Sheol wasn't just one place. It was divided into different chambers. For example, the book of Proverbs chapter 7 verse 27 mentions chambers in plural, showing that there were multiple areas. Even though both the righteous and unrighteous descended to Sheol, the righteous didn't experience agony or torment. Take Genesis chapter 15 verse 15. God promises Abraham that he will live a long life and go to his fathers in peace and be buried. But what does "go to your fathers" mean? Abraham wasn't buried next to his ancestors. He was laid to rest beside Sarah in the cave of the patriarchs. This phrase meant that Abraham's soul would descend to the same place as his father's. Now, Abraham's father, Terah, was an idol worshiper, a sinful act, as we see in the book of Joshua chapter 24 verse 2. So does this mean that Abraham went to a place of torment? Absolutely not. God specifically told him he would descend in peace. This place of peace was where the righteous would find rest and is later referred to as the bosom of Abraham, or paradise, a high place within Sheol where they awaited the Messiah's redemption. Jesus himself references this concept in the book of Luke chapter 16 verse 19 and onward, teaching a real story, not a parable, about a rich man and a poor man named Lazarus. Parables never use real names, but this account does. The rich man who misused his wealth ends up in torment, while Lazarus finds peace in the bosom of Abraham. The rich man could see paradise from his lowly place and begged Abraham to send Lazarus to dip his finger in water and cool his tongue. But Abraham explained that a large chasm separated them, making it impossible for anyone to cross from one place to the other. This story paints a vivid picture of Sheol as both a place of torment and a place of peace, depending on one's life choices. And this remained the fate of all souls, righteous or unrighteous, until after Jesus' crucifixion, when he also descended to this place and changed everything. But these events leave us with an elephant in the room. What was Jesus doing in Sheol, or hell, during those 3 days? And why did it take that long for him to rise from the dead? Check out our next video, where we'll uncover the true sign of Jonah and explore the mystery of Jesus in the abyss.